The Mental Handbook is my highest rated book on Amazon. You can get this book completely for free. Just take care of the shipping at workonyourgameuniversity.com. The link is below. If you already got it, get it for a friend. They need it. Work on your game.
DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is you will not attract what you want in life. Yes, you heard me correctly. You will not attract what you want. Many of you are familiar with The Secret, maybe the book, maybe you read the book, maybe you saw the movie. Secret is all about the law of attraction. Law of attraction means when you get yourself mentally on the same plane, the same frame of mind as the thing that you want, the person you want to be, things you want to do, those things are going to happen. Those things are going to come to you. Those things will be attracted to you. The law of attraction. But what I want to explain to you is that though I do believe in the law of attraction, I'm not here to tell you that The Secret is BS. I know a lot of people have been saying that. That's not what I'm here to say. I do believe in the law of attraction, but you don't attract things by wanting them. You don't attract things by needing them. You don't attract things by talking about them. You don't attract them by writing them down. You attract things by becoming the person who is worthy of the thing that you wish to attract. And the funny thing is, once you become the person who is worthy of the thing, you'll already have it. You won't even realize that you got it. So let me break that down a little bit, deconstruct that so all you understand what I'm saying. You're not going to attract what you want. You're going to attract who you are as a person. So understand that we all know the be, do, have principle. I talked about that in weekly motivation like 200 weeks ago. If you didn't see it, just look it up. The be, do, have principle means to have the things that you want to have, you're going to have to take certain actions, and you got to take those actions as the person that you want to become, who will do those things, who will get the results. A lot of people skip the be part, they go straight to the do. And some people skip the do, they would just want to go to the have without doing any of the work. What you have to understand is that when you're following the be, do, have principle, it starts with how you think. Be, who you are as a person, is about the way that you think. How are you thinking? And the way that you think is based on, number one, your habits. Because 85% of your thoughts are habitual, which means they're happening over and over and over again, and they're unconscious, which means you're not even aware that they're happening. 85%. So the majority of who you are as a person, who you be as a person, is habitual and unconscious. It means it's happening over and over and you don't even know it's happening. So in order for you to change who you are, in order to take the right actions to get the right results, first of all, you got to get conscious about how you're thinking. You got to get conscious about what you're thinking, and you got to get conscious about what you're putting into yourself, because what you put into you reflects in the way that you think. For example, on Monday, when I put out this weekly motivation video, maybe for the next hour, maybe for the next day, maybe for the next week, depending on who you are, how much this affects you, how much you're listening and internalizing this, it affects the way you think for a short period of time. But if you want to affect the way that you think over a long period of time, you got to continuously put stuff in you that's going to get out the right result. For example, if you got big muscles and you want to keep big muscles, you can't just eat a big meal once. You got to eat meal after meal. You got to keep putting food in your body. You got to keep putting protein in your body to keep those muscles built. You got to put carbs in your body to have the energy to go. You got to continuously put good stuff in you if you want to change who you are, how you're built as a person, your physical structure. Can we agree? So if you want to change who you are as a person, the way that you think, the way that you are being, you got to consistently put good stuff in you. Consistently. That means not once a week. Not just when I put out a video, not just when you feel down and you want to get hyped up, so you go to YouTube and you pull up Tony Robbins or E.T. or whoever else you watch. It's not just doing that every once in a while when you feel like it. It's kind of like if you had a car cars run on gas, right, or electricity, whatever your car runs on. Let's just say your car runs on gas. You're not going to wait till the car gets completely empty and you stuck on the side of the highway and you got to call AAA before you put more gas in the car. When the gas tank gets to half, or maybe when it gets to a quarter, or whatever point it gets to where you realize, you know what, let me go get some gas right now, you get it before you run out. Can we agree to that? You're not going to wait for the gas tank to empty. So what you need to start doing right now in order to attract what you want in life is not about you wanting it that's going to bring that's going to bring that thing to you. It's about who you're being as a person. And the way you change who you're being is you got to change what you're putting into yourself. Because the only thing you can pour out of a pitcher is what's already been poured into it. And if the pitcher is empty, there's nothing you can pour out. So what you need to start doing is putting good stuff in your mind. You have to do it intentionally, not randomly. When somebody puts something out that excites you, not haphazardly, meaning something happens and all of a sudden you're like, oh, let me get motivated. Not you get a new position at your job and all of a sudden you say, you know what, now I'm going to do the right things and get my mind in the right space. You got to do it intentionally starting now. That's the first point. It's not after you get better at basketball. It's not after you can finally dunk. It's not after you get $1,000 a day in customers at your business. It starts with the being part. The being starts first. Because if you start doing stuff without the being part, you're going to be doing all the right things. You're going to be doing it the wrong way. You're going to have the wrong energy. Nobody's going to respond to you, and you're not going to get the results that you want. So if you want the results, you want that law of attraction to work for you. The law of attraction does work. Okay? You just got to make sure you get it right. The problem most people got who are talking negative about the law of attraction, they don't even understand how it works. The way that it works is you got to be first. A lot of people think to do. Wishing and thinking about, wishing about something, talking about something, writing something down is the doing part. The being is the way that you think. But it's not just thinking, I want it, I want it, I want it. No. It's what you're putting into yourself. That changes how you think even when you're not putting the stuff in. It works when you're not there. So you put gas in your car, the car's running on the gas even when you're not at the gas station no more. You follow me? So you got to make sure you start putting the right stuff in yourself, into yourself. That way, you'll start attracting who you are as a person. Because I want to tell you one more secret before we wrap this one up. You're already attracting who you are. So you look around at yourself right now, look at the people around you, look at the results you're getting, look at the things you have or don't have, how you feel or how you don't feel. That's a reflection of who you are. And if any of that is not your ideal picture of life, then you know you got some changes to make. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Ever wonder what it would be like if you could be more confident on a more consistent basis? What about if you could just brush off the negativity of other people more easily so they didn't stumble you and slow you down? What if you could be more of a leader so that people fell under your influence and followed your direction and your communication? What if you could have more focus on the positive things that you want instead of looking at the negativity and letting that slow you down and put fear in your heart? And what if you could do all of this, tie it all in and make it part of your normal day-to-day life for the rest of your life? Would there be any benefit to that? I think so, and I know you do too. Well, guess what? My new course is called Bulletproof Mindset, and it covers everything I just said and a whole lot more. It's an 8-week course. You can get all the details and get started right now at DreAllDay.com/bulletproof. Check it out, and I'll see you over there. Work on your game. If you're on Snapchat, hit me on the Snap. My Snap name is @Dre Baldwin. You already know how that works. And I got a podcast if you didn't know. It is called Work on Your Game. It is an everyday podcast where I talk about getting yourself into the right mindset, that bulletproof mindset. Getting yourself seen, heard, known, getting the exposure you want, and making things happen in your life instead of waiting for things to happen to or for you. Subscribe to that podcast. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Make sure you check it every single day. Make sure you're subscribed so you catch the heat. Work on your game. Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball. When I feel like Dre Ball. I'm ballin'. I feel like